guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sharon, and on today's video of what am I saying? Today's video is going to be all about me telling you how I got here, because basically I get a lot of questions on Instagram about like the process of like what I did, if I used an agent, if I did it myself, like what I did, basically documents, schools, all of that. So today we're going to be talking about all of that in this video. And yeah, I was kind of not like, like I was feeling down, but like today I said I was going to film a video for you guys, so here I am about to film the video for you guys. I think I need to adjust it because the light is a bit off, but we're gonna try. But yeah, basically that's it. So I wrote down a few things that I'll be talking about. So basically I'll have like a whole story, then I'll write down like all the documents I use, all of that. But basically the first step of like, I feel like if you want to travel anywhere, oh yeah, before we get into the video, please guys, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment down below. If I did say anything and you're still wondering, just comment down below, I'll just answer you there. But like, I think I'm going to touch every single thing. So yeah, but basically the first thing for like going to any country at all, like if you want to study abroad, is like doing research. So basically there's Google is open to like everybody. So you research with Google, you check, find out what country, first of all, is that from what countries, that are good to go study in. You start from there, you look for, like when you find your like what they call it, you've like put down your like maybe top 3 countries or top 4 countries, then you go university by university, just basically like that. So you do your research. So I did mine and I found Turkey. And also another thing that like made me go for Turkey was the fact that I already had people here, or like I had my friend here, so I already knew. Okay, yeah. So I already knew like some things about the country already, like little things. But like even though I still checked about like basically like life as international student, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. Like I was searching for YouTube videos, and I didn't see a lot of like YouTube videos with like international students. I saw some videos, yeah, but like I didn't see a lot like other countries. I mean, I understand, but like that was one major reason I decided to start my channel, because I wanted to like be somebody, like in case you want to come to Turkey, I wanted to be like a YouTuber that I could go watch and like see. But yeah, that was the first thing I did research. So the next thing you have to have on hand are your documents. And what documents am I talking about? Okay, I think I should do like a step by step. So first of all, I did my research. I found the school. So I actually applied to 3 schools, but the school I'm going to now is the same one my friend is in. Long story. But yeah, here in Turkey you can apply online. I don't know about all universities. I'm basically just talking about the university I attend. I'm just talking about like my experience with this university. So if I'm talking based off that. I'm not telling anybody come to my university. I'm not even going to put the name of my university out there. If you want that, you can come to me privately, I'll tell you. But I'm talking based off my university, like what I did. So I went online and I checked, and then I found like I was just waiting for when applications will be open for fall semester. Fall is like September, October, So I checked, and then the portal was finally open. So you can apply online with your documents. So what documents do you need? You need your WAEC, you need your transcript from your secondary school. That's like with like all your scores from SS1 to SS3. Yeah. So that's year 11, year 10, year 11, year 12. Basically SS1, SS2, SS3 transcript, and then you also need your testimonial. Yeah. So those are the 3 things you need. And of course, like if you're traveling, one thing you always need, like one thing you should have, is your passport, because they ask for your passport number. So yeah, you should have your passport too. So those were the 4 documents I used, and I uploaded them. And also when you're like filling an application form, Of course, you have to fill in details like your name, you know, basic details like that. You fill that in. So I filled mine in and I submitted it, and it was not up to 5 days. I don't think it was up to 5 days. 2 3 days later, you also have to put like a valid email, because like every single thing you're doing is through your email. The school is contacting you because obviously they're not going to call you using like an international line, obviously. So you need to put a valid email where you receive emails all the time. So yeah, I got an email because every day I was very anxious, obviously, but like every day I was checking, and then I finally got the email of like I was accepted. So what's the next step now after being accepted into university? The next step is they will offer you an acceptance letter. This is the conditional acceptance letter. Basically, they tell you to pay that like a part of your school fees. This is what you're going to use to like apply for your visa, which is where we're going to. So when you get your your conditional acceptance letter, you pay like the amount. I was told to pay this certain amount for my university. I don't know if I said, yeah, I'll just say it. I was told to pay $1,000. Yeah, put down $1,000. Then they'll give me the unconditional acceptance letter, which is the one that you actually use to go to get your visa, basically. So I did that. I paid, and they gave me, and they also give you like a time frame to pay, basically. Like it could be 2 weeks, it could be 1 month, depending on the university. Like I said, some universities procedures are different, but like I think most of them are like this. But like I think most of what thing that differs is some might want you to bring English proficiency test. Some might tell you to bring it or tell you to write like an English test in Turkey when you come, which is a part I'm going to come to later on. So yeah, basically that's what I did. I paid, I got my unconditional acceptance letter, and I held it. Now, what is the next step? Which was the step that was kind of, hard. But like, God willing, everything was like fine for me. And yes, I always get like questions. Did I use an agent? I did not use any, like literally. Apart from when I had to take my WAEC to like Abuja, which is different, which I will get into. I don't think I did anything like somebody's help, because I did every single thing by myself. Okay, next up, and of course with the help of my family members, of course. Next up, visa. This is the part that you have to listen. So basically, for the Turkish visa, I don't know how they're doing it now, but when I applied, which was basically, it was last year, yeah. Yes, when I applied for my visa was last year. When I applied, you apply for Turkish visa through a third-party organization. So basically, this is how it works. You submit your application there, and you also they help them conduct interviews, and yeah. So basically, you apply to a third party. You go there with your documents. Oh my goodness! You go there with your documents and angle. So you go there with your documents, and also they help. There's a mini interview they do, and they send your applications to the Turkish embassy. So you don't go to the Turkish embassy, you go to this place, and they're called Voya visa. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but yeah, it's called Voya visa. You guys can check it up. You can check Voya visa online, and you'll see that's where you get your appointment. So before you go in for your visa, you have to know, and this was where I made a mistake. Excuse me. This was where I made a mistake. I did not understand for my WAEC result. I did not know I had to get it notarized in Abuja, or basically certified in Abuja. So yeah, now I'm going to list down the documents you need for your visa. First thing you need is your passport, of course. Then you also need your WAEC. Very important. You have to get your WAEC certified in Abuja by the Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs. Like I said, this is the only place where we had to pay somebody to like take it there or something to like help us. But yeah, people do that. Sometimes it takes like weeks, sometimes it takes months. But like if you know somebody there, basically, I think you know how Nigeria works, basically. Yeah. But yeah, Voya certificates. Also, you need your transcript, and your transcript should be notarized by a public notary. That's easy. There are public notaries everywhere. You can get that notarized. Also, your testimonial also needs to be notarized too by a public notary. Then English proficiency test, depending on the university. The university I applied for, I had to write an English test when I got here, so they didn't need the proficiency test anyway. Then your down payment of school fees, which was basically the $1,000 you paid, like the receipts of the transaction, and then your acceptance letter, both the conditional and unconditional one, and they should be in English. Like you need to have the English and the Turkish translation. Both of them, you need to go with both of them. Then your flight tickets. So basically, I know people do this thing where you reserve without paying. I think for like 2 weeks or so, but I paid for my flights. Like I paid, yeah. So and I had to change it like 2-3 times, but like that's another story for another day. But yeah, your flight ticket you need to show them a proof of flight ticket, and it has to be a return ticket. Basically, I did a return ticket. Yeah. Then also your hotel reservation, or like, yeah, or like Airbnb reservation or something. But like you need to show them reservation of where you're going to stay. For like you don't need to. I used Booking.com, but now I'm seeing that you can't book like properties on Booking.com for like properties in Turkey. So there's also hotels.com, there's Agoda, there's so many. So there's also Waka now. I think you can book hotels with Waka now. I'm not sure, but I booked my I'm giving them. I booked my flight ticket with Waka now. But yeah, reservation of hotel. Then your yellow fever card. They didn't really use it, but just do it. Yellow fever card. Then your proof of funds. So basically, the person that's sponsoring you, your parents or like whoever is sponsoring you, need to bring proof of funds. I think it should be like not less than 6 months. So basically, like their bank accounts, like of not less than 6 months. Like it can be 1 year ago, it can be six, but nothing less than 6 months of like their transactions, so they can see their accounts. And I think the minimum you can have is like $3,000. Like if in naira, if your parents have dollar accounts too and they have money there, great. You can take both the naira and the dollar accounts and show them, basically. Breathe. Then also you need your letter from your sponsor. So the same person that is bringing your proof of funds thing, you need a letter from the person, and it should be typed and notarized. And there are a lot of templates of like for like sponsorship letters. Basically, I can leave a link down below if you guys want me to. I think I will, of like templates where like your guardian, your parents can like basically read, just like basically read on how, like, to help them write this letter. And then you also need, okay, yes, if you're underage, basically if you're under the age of 18, which most people might be, you need a letter from your parents saying, like a consent form, or like a consent letter, basically, where your parents saying like they consent to you traveling abroad. And it also has to be notarized too, so a lot of notary things to do. So you guys don't leave it. I'm going to write everything I'm saying on the screen so you guys can see it, basically. But yeah, so that's what happened. Now I have to give the story time of what happened to me when I went to give my visa. So the first time I went, I did not know about this this Voya certification thing. I went there. Okay, how did I go? First of all, you go on their website, Voya Visa, then you select an appointment. I think after the week I went for my appointment, for like my rural appointment where I actually submitted my visa application, I think after that week you could not submit student visa, or you cannot submit, I can't remember what you cancel. I think the Lagos office now is just for VIP reservations. Yeah, what's VIP reservation? Basically, you're paying. You're not waiting in line. You just pay now. You're walking in. That's it. But I don't know if they change it now, Sha. But that's it. So now you have to go to the Voya Visa center in Abuja. But yeah, you go to their website, you choose. Then I had to choose where I want. Obviously, I live in Lagos, so I chose Lagos. I chose the day, chose the time, everything. I woke up in the morning, got dressed, took all my documents, thinking they were all complete. I went there. So when I went in, because you have like 3 steps. So there's this place where there's this woman or lady you meet. First of all, you show her your documents. She will see if they are complete. If they are complete, you can now go to the next step. So when she was looking at my WAEC, she was like, "Oh no," because I got my WAEC notarized by like just a notary public. She was like, "No, that's not what they want." Let me tell you, my heart sunk, like my chest fell. Like I was like, "Are you serious?" And that day it was raining, so like it was like everything was just working against me, for me. But like I felt like that was what was happening. So after she told me that, I had to like walk out in the rain, go back to the car because my auntie was in the car waiting for me. She was like, "Oh, what happened? Why did I come out so fast?" And I told her it was fine. And this was like, I can't remember. I honestly I can't remember when I applied, but like it was like 4 weeks. I can't remember. 4 weeks or so. I really can't remember. Before, yeah, like a month. I think we applied a month or so before school, or 2 months. I can't remember. But yes, so this sets me back to I think I had to give like extra 1 week or 2 weeks before I had to reapply again. I had to book another appointment for hey, I literally forgot this. Also, another document you need is a YX scratch card. Yeah, basically that's it. So then what happened next? We had to look for somebody that can help me get my YX certified. So my auntie already knew people that said, "Oh, they know how to do these things." So I had to like send it to Abuja. And when you're sending this thing to Abuja, I think you need to send like your birth certificate with it and some other your primary school testimonial. Like it's a lot actually. Yeah, you have to send your birth certificates. I think you have to send your passports. You also have to send your primary school testimonial. They have to take it when you're going. If you're going by yourself, you just take it with you there to Abuja, get it certified, come out. But basically, I don't know where my wife is somewhere, but I would have literally showed you guys like what the certification looks like. It's basically when it gets certified, you should have like a. It's basically just to show that okay, your WAEC certificate is the real one. They're just authenticating it here to see if this is real or fake. And it comes with like a barcode. They'll give you a barcode and that's it. So the second time I did an appointment, I booked it and then I went in. So I was like praying. I was like, "God, please, God, please, God, please." I had all my documents. I made sure I had all of them ready. I had all my documents. Also, with your documents, you're meant to go in with money, of course, because visa, you pay for visa application. I think it was like, was it $200 or $250? $200 or $250 with like 7K naira. That's how much you pay for the visa. Also, you don't. If you're wondering, do I need to get health insurance? You don't need to get health insurance. Since Voya Visa, like when you go to apply from them, they buy like health insurance and they add it to your application and they send it basically. So yeah, you don't need to get health insurance for that, for your visa application. So I went to the first step. They saw my documents, it was complete. I said thank God. I went in, I was waiting. What was that day? Because I know they were like group of, I don't know if they were politicians, but they were supposed to come for like a conference here in Turkey, and they were doing VIP something. So they were paying to like basically get ahead of other people. But like one thing that favored me was because it was a student visa. If it's a student visa, it's easier now to get a student visa and to get like a Turkey vacation visa. So because I was like, "Oh, it's a student visa," they were like, "Oh, okay, go in." It was just free and all of that. I took a lot of time in the shower. But basically, when I went there, I went to second. I was waiting. It was not finally my turn. So they will take your documents, they will take your fingerprints, like all of your fingers, then they will ask you questions. So they asked me, oh, what am I going to study? What's the name of my university? Uh, what else did they even ask? Excuse me. What's the name of my university? They asked me, okay, your sponsor, what does she do? Basically, you tell them, oh, this is what my sponsor does. They were like, okay, do you work? They asked me if I worked. I told them I don't work, but I have like my own business. I told them everything. They were like, okay, thank you. And then after that, they log in your details or something. They take all your documents. Then the next step, they give back your documents, and then you pay, and then you go. So that's basically what happened. So yes, I paid. I went home, and then there was also another obstacle for me. But like, when I tell you it was just God, honestly, believe me, it was God, because my visa came in like when they tell you, because I was during that period I was on Google constantly, steady. I was on Google. When they tell you, I'll go and check, oh, how long does this visa take to come out? They told me 7 days. Literally, uh literally it was 7 days. But like my own was delaying for no reason. So like basically what happened was, so my passport was delaying. So what happened, we had to go back and like ask them, or like what happened. So because my aunt and my mom went, so they were like, they gave them like this list to check if my name was on the list, and they were like, oh, my name is not there. So basically that list was like a list of passports they returned without giving visa. They're like, oh, my name is not there. And because we were relaxing in the house like all through, like thinking, okay, this is how long it's supposed to take. And at this point I had moved my plane ticket to like further back like so many times because I was waiting for my visa. So the next thing, when my mom and my auntie went, they checked, they were like, oh, my name is not there. So it's like, oh, okay. But like they now told her I haven't received my passport with the visa basically. And they asked them, okay, when did I apply? They told the woman or the lady that was there. She was like, oh, I'm supposed to have gotten it by now. So they now had to like ask their office in Abuja, oh, whether they have my passport and everything. Like it was a whole process. They now finally said yes, they have my passport. So what they said apparently was like, they came in the like in that 7 days interval that you're supposed to get your visa. I got it within that 7 days because on my visa, like the visa, when they issued my visa was like 5 3 4 days after I applied, so it was like a long time ago. But what happened was the courier guy came, because I think it was DHL, or was he? Yeah, it was. Or was it UPS? I think it was DHL. The guy came and apparently he said my numbers were not working. Two numbers I put on this application, he said none of them were working, and I was using my phone every day. Normally they always accuse me of being on my phone. I'm on my phone every day. What do you mean the number is not going through? Fine. I took my passport, I checked inside, I saw my visa. I said, thank God, I went inside. But basically, this passport delayed, like visa that they had already given to me since like how many weeks ago. It delayed because the guy said he came to my place, and because I did not pick up my call, they had to now send it back to Abuja. So basically, if we did not like go and like ask them, oh, what's up? That's how I'm saying the time for school. Because yeah, I didn't start school on the first day because of all this. I remember very well. I traveled to Istanbul on the 25th of September. I traveled on the 24th, but I got to Istanbul on the 25th. So yeah, I remember all these things. And school started on the 20th of September. So 5 days gone, but it's fine. I'm here. It's all good. Glory be to God. But yeah, that's basically my whole visa story. So I'm reaching here now. So like the next point now I'm going to talk about is housing and accommodation, because obviously people have asked me, oh, housing and accommodation. So I'm going to talk about my uni. I'm talking about my uni. I don't know about other universities, but I'm just based off of like my university. Yes, we have a dorm. The university has a dormitory for girls and for boys. You can choose from a 5-person room, 4-person room, 2-person room, or 1-person room. They all have their prices. But like the price to stay in the dorm, if you calculate it and say, okay, I want an apartment for myself, it's cheaper to get like an apartment which is what I'm doing. I'm staying in a studio apartment and it's pretty big. And yes, I am supposed to give you guys a apartment tour, but like my apartment isn't fully furnished yet because I got unfurnished. So when I'm done furnishing it, I'll give you guys a tour. But I'll probably post the unfurnished apartment tour here. It's not that much, it's just a big space. It's a studio, so you guys are going to see. But that aside, housing and accommodation. So now housing is kind of expensive because every day dollar is rising, dollar is going up, dollar is going up, dollar is going up. So basically, cost of living is also increasing. Because when I go here, because you have a minimum taxi fare that you pay for short distance trips, and that was 15 TL, 15 lira. TL is basically the currency, or lira is the currency we use here. So this short distance trip was 15 lira. Now it's 28 lira. That tells you, oh, money is going up, basically. But yeah, also as dollar is going up, things here are like going up. So we play rent is going up, that is going up, electricity bills going up, everything is going up. When you want to go shopping, it's going up. But God is alive. So yeah, basically, oh my God, my kitchen is messed up. But that's besides the point. But basically, housing. So if you want to rent, it's like between, in dollars, if you want like a 1+1, or I need to explain this. So we have what we call residence and we have what we call like like apartments. So a residence is like where I'm staying right now, and it has like amenities like a gym, it has a pool, it has a sauna, it has all these other things. So that's a residence. And then apartment is just like it doesn't have all these things. I don't know how to explain it, but like it's different. Like an apartment is different. It's not like it's not by like a how should I put it? It doesn't have like, I don't know how to explain it, but apartment and residence are different. It doesn't have like all these amenities basically, and it's just like a normal like house. I don't know how to explain it, but like I might put like pictures to show you what I mean, but like difference of like rooms, pictures to show you what I mean by what like this, what a residence and apartment here. Yeah. So if you want to get like, you can see apartments. My apartment right now is like, for a month I think it's like, now it's $100 and something, like $150. It's a studio, it's unfurnished. So yeah, if you check very well, you might see, I don't know, I feel like I locked out of this apartment. But like if you want like a 1+1, 2+1, 2+1 you can share. So basically a 1+1 is a one room, one bed, one living room with a toilet. A 2+1 is the same thing with a toilet. Sometimes 2+1s they come with 2 toilets. Sometimes they do 3+1, 3 rooms, 1 living room. That's it. That's what it means. But like if you want a 1+1, you should be like from $300. Let me even calculate it, because right now for a month you should just keep aside $300 and above if you want to stay in a 1+1. Yeah, you can find things for less than that, but like for now just hold $300. If you see less than that, fine. If you don't see, fine. But also another thing I have to tell you guys here is, when you want to rent an apartment in like newly, you have to pay 3 things. You have to pay 6 months. Some places might ask you for 6 months upfront. Places might ask you for 1 year upfront. So you have to pay a deposit. A deposit is like 2 months of like how much your rent is for a month. So you pay 2 months deposit. That deposit basically, the landlord is going to hold it until you move out. If there are damages to the place, they will collect money. If you over damage the house, you might not even leave with anything. But if you don't damage the house, if you keep your house neat, basically they give you back your deposit. So you pay a deposit, you pay your rent 6 months. It's the minimum is 6 months basically. So what I mean is, so if your monthly rent is basically, let's say $200, and you're supposed to pay 6 months upfront, you're paying $1,200 upfront there and then, plus the deposit, plus commission for your agents that helped you to find the house. Because most residences, if you like walk into the office, there's an office where you can go and ask, oh, do you guys have an apartment? If you like walking through there, I mean, yes, if you like walking through there, you're going to pay commission. If you also want to find a place outside, because there are people that are agents that can help you find places, you also pay them commission. So you pay what? Your deposits, 2 months deposits. You pay, did I say 2 months deposit? You pay a deposit of 6 months for your apartment. Then you pay you pay a deposit of 2 months, then you pay your rent 6 months upfront, then you pay commission. So yeah, so I think everything I paid for my place was $2,000. So yeah, that's basically. I'm just saying that this is my place. Apart from this one, guys, apart from this, you for like you have monthly bills. Here we have, you have your Wi-Fi, you have your electricity, you have your water, hot water and cold water, and then you have IDAT. So IDAT basically is I think is only like for residences, like, because I told you residences, they have swimming pool, you have your gym, you have like if some places have a movie theater, some places have like barbecue places. So basically you're paying an IDAT for these things, for maintenance of these things. So that's what IDAT is. I'm just going to write this IDAT, AIDAT, IDAT. Then your electricity bill depends on how much you use in your house for a month. They will send you, CK Bogazici is like the company or the organization in charge of that. When you get here, you register for a meter. They'll give you a meter number every month. They will send you a number. They're never late. They'll send you how much you need to pay them. You pay them the money because you don't have a choice. Then you also pay for water. Some places it's different from some places. Like my place, for example, I pay my excuse me, I pay to my building my hot water and cold water bills, like plus my IDAT, I pay to them. Some places you go by yourself to pay your water bill, your hot water and cold water bills. So it differs like from residence to residence. You just need to find out. And then of course Wi-Fi, because like when you come here, you have to get your Wi-Fi. You get to register under your name. For your Wi-Fi, you need your e-comment, which is a whole different story. And I'm going to do that probably in a part 2. But I'm just trying to give you guys a rundown of these things. So yeah, Wi-Fi bill, electricity bill, water bill, like that. Some places you need to pay gas bill. I don't need to pay a gas bill because I have an electric cooker. Yeah, it doesn't use heat. But some places you need to pay gas bills. Some residences. My friends that live like up the hill from me, they pay gas bill because they use heat, basically. Not heat, what am I saying? Fire to cook food. So yeah, basically that's it for like housing, apartments. If I didn't mention anything, or if I forgot, or if there's something that you really want to know, please tell me. If you guys want to know about jobs, opening accounts, residence permits, application, all of that, I'm going to do that in the part 2 of this video when I can, because school is, but like yeah, I'm going to try to do that soon. And basically that is it for this video, because I don't know, I'll just reply to your comments. I don't know, I feel like I'm missing some things, but like I'll talk about all those things in the part 2 of this video. But I just wanted to give you guys a base of like the beginning of like, okay, this is what's happening, all of that, just like a base of, you know, how I applied for my school, for my visa, how I got here. I can also do it out for in part 12 days story time of my first week here, of my first day here. Basically that's it. So I will leave all this story for a different story time, and I will tell you guys the story time in a different time. Okay? But yeah guys, basically that is the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, or if you guys want information or you liked it, thank you. I say thank you. What's wrong with me? Sorry, give it a thumbs up, click the thumbs up button, like, comment. If you didn't understand something somewhere in the video, I will reply, I will answer you guys. And to everybody that has subscribed before, thank you so much. To everybody that's sharing, to everybody that's liking, to everybody that's commenting, I really appreciate it. you. And to everybody that's coming back to watch, like, thank you. So yeah, guys, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Subscribe, okay? And also turn on your post notifications so you get notified, guys. Someone is coming, and I have a lot of content for you guys. So turn on your post notifications, like, comment, subscribe, and you know what?